this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to do the flip through of my autumn journal. As you can see, absolutely massive. It just has turned out huge. It's probably the biggest journal that I've ever done. But yeah, I obviously got a bit carried away and it's turned out huge. But I just wanted to also quickly show you another couple of things which also have gone in my shop just because they've been in my shop, you know. And I thought, well, I'd best quickly show you those as well. So I just very quickly show you these things. So I've got some more of my printed paper pads in there. Now, again, these are random pages. They are not like the collection pages or anything like that. They're not all from a complete kit. But what I've done is taken various pages and put them together, you know, kind of like in a format, you know, like if you bought a paper pad from, you know, from a craft shop, where they are all just random pages, but hopefully coordinate together. Now, I'm not saying every single one coordinates perfectly with every single one, but they all will coordinate with some others in the pack, if you see what I mean. So you'd have, you know, a good mix of papers. There's 25 sheets of paper in each paper pad. And they're printed on that lovely quality, I can't remember whether it's 110 or 120 GSM paper, but it's the presentation paper. So they're lovely, really nice quality pages. So they are done on a potluck basis. So again, and I know I say this all the time, but you know, just to be warned, they may well contain a variety of pink pages because I, you know, horribly drawn to pink. So yeah, the chances are they're going to be quite girly looking papers, but you know, some are going to have obviously, you know, maybe some other colours. But I just wanted to kind of make you aware really that, you know, they are potluck and only obviously buy them if you're happy to get a complete variety of pages. But that being said, I mean, out of the 25 pages, I mean, I would hope that there would be, you know, lots that would fit most people's you know, tastes. So yeah, this one has got some yellows and things like that. So this one's kind of a bit more of a you know, different look for me anyway. But again, hopefully you've got loads of different pages which will kind of tie in together. And you know, of course, you've got some with ladies and things like that, the vintage ladies and things. So you know, you're going to have again a variety of lovely papers that you can use in a variety of ways. So that's the printed paper pads. I then have got some ephemera bundles. Now these, I've got 2 of these. Now obviously all of the paper pads, they're all different, as are these. Now these are different because, you know, I don't really like making the same things. I would find that a bit boring. But these are different because they are bundles with lots of vintage papers and things. And so of course, due to the nature of them being originals, I only have, you know, one of each thing. There are some other pages in here, like this is from my beautiful birds kit. It's a coffee dyed page from that. But the bulk, I would say, are, you know, vintage documents, vintage book page, things like that. That's some of my food colour papers. But you've got an incredibly, you know, yeah, vast amount of vintage papers and, you know, vintage documents, vintage letters, things like that. There's some vintage sheet music and yeah, vintage invoices, things like that really, which has just been put together in a way to hopefully just produce a really gorgeous bundle of pages for you to use. So it's a bit like a little collage pack, but it's done in this gorgeous way that you can obviously just unclamp this and then you can obviously take them out, you know, rearrange them or whatever. But I just love how they look. And to be honest, you could use this as a little journal in itself. You know, if you wanted to, you could actually journal on this. You know, up to you how you use it. It's just wrapped around with some more vintage documents. This is dated 1880. And yeah, it's then just held together with some sari silk. So I've got a couple of these. I will just quickly show you the other one. But like I say, obviously due to the nature of them being vintage documents, they are, you know, they are kind of different and, you know, not to be replicated. So again, some more of that vintage document again, you know, from the 1880. Again, you've got this thing, you know, clamping it closed. And then you've got some of my Paris collection papers there. You've got some vintage invoice, a glassine bag, vintage documents, vintage letter, some food colour paper, you know, all sorts of yummy goodies, and it's just such a gorgeous tactile thing. I mean, I have to say, I really, really love these, and yeah, would struggle to kind of take them apart and use them at all. But that's why I suggested, you know, you could maybe use this as some sort of journal in itself, you know, so that you could keep it in its kind of entirety in this like vintage bundle format, because it really is very, very nice to, you know, to look through and to hold. And of course, you know, it's got the, you know, the feel of like the vintage papers and things. So some are very, very thin. Don't know whether it was that onion paper, but you know, they've got like all different thicknesses of papers and things like that. So they're really, really, really lovely. So just 2 of those bundles, but I will be putting some more together if, you know, if it seems that they're a popular thing. So that's those, and then we're going to do the flick through of the completed autumn journal. So this is going to be a biggie. So yeah, it yeah, it's just huge, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, it's a ring bound journal. It's held together with this black net. Now what I've done, I've put 2 bits of the net. Sorry about all these bits of fabric that it's picking up. It's obviously got all frayed bits and they're just picking up now on everything. I've just knotted the 2 bits together there, and it just ties around. Obviously you don't have to use that if you don't want to. I've then just got some net here just on the rings, just for a bit of decoration. Now the back has just been sort of collaged up with various fabrics and lace. It's a soft cover, even though it's a ring bound journal, it's a soft cover. And yeah, it's been covered with fabrics and things like that. And then the front, oh my goodness, I loved this cover so much. I had such a fantastic time making this, and I wish that I'd done it together with you guys on camera. And yeah, I just kind of, I'd done it, I think I made it, I think maybe on Sunday morning, and yeah, I didn't think to switch the camera on, and I kind of regret that now. But anyway, it's such a pretty cover, and you've got this cluster on here with the autumn papers and just all these different gorgeous fabrics and things. Some ruffles which have been stitched, some sari silks, all different things, and this gorgeous flower. But don't these colours look awesome together? I mean, who would have thought that, you know, the orange would go so nicely with the green and with the blue, and, you know, with this, I'm not quite sure what colour to call this, but, you know, and then the touches of black. But it does really look lovely, doesn't it? They really kind of complement each other really quite well. So yeah, really, really pleased with that cover. And then going on the inside, so the inside of the front cover, we have got a pocket here, and yep, again, some lace, some sari silk bow, more lace, a cluster here. So all the papers generally in here are all from the autumn. It's called Autumns Among Us. It's the 2024 autumn kit. So yeah, all of the little images and things, they're from like the ephemera part, and yeah, obviously the background pages are from the background part of the kit. So that's that. You've got a paper ruffle with a bow. You've got another, oops, some lace there. A fabric ruffle here, some bling, a little butterfly. I mean, it's just so pretty. And then I've just tucked in a little part from the ephemera part of the kit there. And then here, again, just another little ephemera piece, but it's printed on some paper and been coffee dyed. And then just some vintage document there that I just, you know, did in a trifold, and that just tucks in to there. There's a lot of journaling space in this journal, I have to say. And obviously, being a ring bound journal, you could take it all out. You can rearrange it. You know, if you wanted to kind of take bits out as you wrote on them, you could obviously undo your, you know, the rings and, you know, do it like that. Then on this side, we have got a pocket with multiple pockets. So I've put it landscape rather than portrait. So you've got a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, and then a pocket right at the back. So again, love how this looks. Got this sari silk. I mean, don't these colours just look so yummy and scrumptious? So we've got a little flippy pad here. Again, just a piece from the kit. And then just some vintage document, but they're plain on the back, so journaling space there. So that just goes in that front pocket there. Then in the next pocket, we've got the tag from the kit, one of the tags from the ephemera part of the kit, and that just goes in there like that. And then we've got just some vintage documents, which again, it's just a long kind of piece, which I've just folded to give some more journaling space. Again, genuine vintage ephemera, and that just tucks in there like that. Whoops. It's a bit of a snug fit. And then tucked into the top of the pocket. Oh, and also, sorry, had that little circle bit there with the lace. Isn't that gorgeous? And a bit of embroidery anglaise there. And then here we've got a little foldy flip, again, from just one of the background papers from the kit. And then you've got just this gorgeous little piece there from the ephemera. And then you've got a couple of journal cards there, just from the ephemera part of the kit. Everything's been coffee dyed, so, you know, it's all really nice and kind of vintagey. And that just then, oops, goes over like that. And then going over the page, I mean, it's quite hard to even, you know, do the flip through because it's so big. But we've got here a pocket with a couple of journal cards from the ephemera parts there. Again, coffee dyed. This is all just the background pages. I didn't even decorate it at all because it looked so gorgeous just as it was. So I've just put the, you know, the lace here and then left the rest undecorated. Then I just made a little kind of fold out pocket piece. Again, you could put some bits in here. I hadn't, but oops, probably put a couple of bits in. Oh, I don't know whether I've got anything else that's been coffee dyed here. Oh yeah, so yeah, we'll just pop those in there. So you've got a couple of little pockets, and then on the front just one of the postage stamp pieces from the kit, and yeah, just a bit of lace. So that just tucks in like that. And then we've got just another piece from the kit tucked in there. We've got some ruffle and some sari silk and some bling. And then on the facing page, we've got one of those little pockets. I don't know what we would call these, but yeah, with the diagonal pieces. And again, look at that badger. Doesn't that look gorgeous? We've got the peacock and the deer here. And then tucked in at the top, we've got, again, some more vintage paper. And these are just plain bits of paper, so, you know, lots of room for journaling. So that just tucks in, oops, tucks in there like that. And then a couple of journal cards from the kit. Again, they've been coffee dyed, and they just tuck into here. Oops. I had to stop in the end with this journal. It was getting so full that I had to kind of like say, oh, stop it, no more, because it was, yeah, really kind of exploding. So this page, I quite like what is going on here. So this is a little piece from the ephemera part of the kit, and what I've done, I've just tucked it in and tucked it behind this flower. So you've got then a piece for journaling, and then you've got this lift up flap as well. So it's just kind of like a nifty little, yeah, like kind of folding into one another and held, you know, in behind one another, if you see what I mean. So we've got that, and then we've got here a cluster with some more sari silk, and then we've got the cluster is a tuck spot, so a little journal card there. This all, like I say, tucks in like that, and then here is also a little pocket. Oops, I just took a bit of the background paper that was left over, really, just cut it down so as it fitted into the pocket, and that just goes in there like that. Okay. And then on this page, we've got this gorgeous lace. This lace, I think, was gifted to me by, I think, Laura, the lovely Laura, quite a while ago. I've been hoarding it, yes, of course. But it just went so well in this journal that I couldn't resist but use it. So, yeah, I've got a little bit left. And we've got a flip out here, just with some of the background pages. We've got some wax seal with some lace. And then we've got some vintage documents. That's from 1923. Don't you just love that piece of paper with the headers with all those little crests? It's gorgeous, isn't it? And it says Harrods. I don't know whether that's actually Harrods, like the shop, or whether it was something else. I'm not really sure. But yeah, absolutely love, love, love that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? So really, really nice. I mean, I'm assuming it's not the Harrods because that logo didn't look like it. But hey, who knows? And then we've got a little flippy piece with, again, some from the kit and some food colored papers, and then just stamped item here, and then a little flower. This is just one of those little paper bags, and again, just put a little piece from the ephemera on there, one of my colored butterflies, and then this all tucks in behind the paper bag like that. And then going over the page, oh my goodness, don't you just love this velvet ribbon? Oh, it's so yummy, isn't it? And then we've got lace going down here. We've got a flower, and then tucked in here we've got, this is just a little piece of paper. It did get a bit torn, I'm afraid, during the coffee dyeing process, but it's just basically half a piece of the paper from the kit, one of those collage pages. So I just cut it down, not quite in half, but you know, half-ish, to make it smaller, so that then when it folded in, it actually was, you know, kind of smallish and more delicate. So that just then tucks in on itself like that. And of course it's all been, you know, coffee dyed and things. A label there from the kit, and yeah, that just goes in like that. Then up here we've got another piece from the kit, just some background paper, which I just made one of those little fold out pieces. Oops, like that, so pretty. And then plain for journaling on the back, so that just folds in like that, and you've just got like the top piece over there. And then I just popped in one of the stationery pieces from the kit as well, and that's just kind of like tucked into there like that, and that just all tucks in to there with the flap overhanging. And then on this side we've got this is one of those torn pockets. For some reason I have not filled that pocket, which yeah, I mean, not that it really needs anything in there because the whole journal is pretty full anyway, but yeah, you've got a pocket there. This obviously is too wide to go in there, but something could go in there. You've got then a little lace cluster. Again, I do sell these in my shop on my website very often. I don't know whether there's any in there at the moment, but yeah, that's one of those. Then we've got some vintage document. Again, this was torn, and yeah, I just thought actually once I folded it in, it almost looked like a deliberate sort of torn bit, doesn't it? So I just thought that was quite nice. And again, that's dated 1890, so quite nice really. So that just folds up. I'm not sure that I've now folded that in right. Maybe it went like that. And that just then tucks in there. And then going over, so here I've just popped a tassel on with a little owl. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just bring it up. Little owl there on a bulb pin. I just thought that just went very cute on there. So this is a fabric ruffle, and then here this gorgeous pocket with this lovely wax seal and a cluster and things. Again, a journal card from the kit. Oh my goodness, I did not coffee dye that, so I apologise to whoever buys the journal that I have not coffee dyed that. So yep, apologies. That just goes in there. Then we've got here, this is an envelope page. So on this side, I've got just a pocket with a little fold out flip. That just tucks in there. Don't you just love, love, love how this pocket looks, or this envelope looks, perhaps I should say, with this. So this is just a journal card from the kit. I fussy cut some of the flowers off of some of the background pages, along with the owl, popped a label on there, and some lace across the top. Doesn't that just look so scrumptious? I don't even know if you're able to see it properly, because obviously it's, you know, kind of going in at an angle, but yeah, it's really, really pretty. And then this is, like I say, an envelope here. So popped on one of the pieces from the ephemera, little flower, and then it opens out. Again, pop some background paper on there. Cluster here, just kind of picking up from the owl there. Just, oh, looks so scrumptious. I love, love, love how this whole thing looks here. It looks so pretty, and I like the fact that that little rabbit is just in that, you know, what do you call that? You know, like the inside of the envelope. Isn't that gorgeous? Like a liner for the envelope. And then I just popped in a few more journal cards, again, from the kit. So they've all been coffee dyed, and they all just go, oops, in there like that. And then here we've got one of those vellum pockets. I think we did the vellum pockets in the launch video of this. I've just popped on a little piece from the ephemera there to the side, and then just a couple of pieces off the background papers there, just tore them down and popped on a bow. And then just made one of those sewing pattern paper books that we did again recently in a tutorial. Oops. And then I've popped on again some vintage document plain bits for journaling, another piece from the kit there, and obviously the badger, just so cute, isn't it? And again, the badger then picks up the badger from the vellum pocket, so that just goes there. And then we've got this page, and again we've got a couple of different pockets going on here, so I'll just pull the bits out to show you. Oops. So we've got a pocket here, we've got a pocket here, and a pocket at the back. Cluster here, one of, again, those lace clusters there, and then some more lace and some sari silk down there. So tucked into the big pocket at the back, there is some genuine vintage ephemera. This is a little letter, and I just popped on one of those little owls from the ephemera. This is dated 1908, so very cute. And that just, it happens to be a narrow letter, and I just thought it was quite nice having the, you know, the flap down there. So then what I did, I took the tags from the ephemera parts and I've cut them out, but left them with the what would have been the white gaps in between them. But I've just coffee dyed them and then used that to fold them in. So don't they just look so gorgeous together? And then you've got journaling space there. So they're then like a little sort of booklet, which I just thought was quite lovely. So they go in there. Now I'm going to tuck it into there, and then I think, did I put this in? Might have put that in like that, I think. So they're kind of hidden. And then here we've got some vintage ephemera, again, just plain piece of paper, and then just stapled on another piece from the kit. That just goes into, oops, into there. And then here, so with my ring bound journals, and I've talked about this before, I always like to incorporate quite a few plain pages. So by plain, I mean coffee dyed or, you know, food coloured or something like that, for the journaling kind of pages of the kit. So these are food coloured pages, but I thought that green just, you know, complemented the journal really nicely. So they're food coloured pages. On here I've just put a flippy pad. It's got some vintage documents and of course some pages from the kit that have been coffee dyed, some sari silk going across there. Plain, and then this one again, a piece from the kit, and I just tucked in again some more of that what do you call it, you know, vintage paper. So that just tucks in like that. And then plain for journaling, I mean, other than odd little bits that I've stuck on. Here we've got an old paper clip, like a little fabric one there, and that's holding on a couple of journal cards from the kit, and also this gorgeous piece of paper, which again, I did that sort of self-tuck-in type mechanism thing. So again, it's a complete sheet from the kit, which is probably my favourite piece from the kit, my favourite sheet. And I just wanted to kind of keep it really as it was and not, you know, not hide it. So yeah, I kept it as a whole sheet and then just coffee dyed it so that it would then just fold into itself. And then, you know, you've got the whole beauty of it being that complete sheet, but also it's obviously a useful piece of journaling space because it's the entire sheet of paper. So that just goes in like that. And then plain for journaling. And then here we've just got a little banner from the kit, journal card, and one of my coloured butterflies. Some sari silk going down there. And then on this page, this is another one of those vellum pockets. I think we did do these in the launch video. I think this one as well. But if we didn't, it's just a large vellum pocket. I added a little flip out onto the edge of the page just for sort of extra interest. We've got a wax seal and things, some Diamante. It just looks really pretty. And then tucked in here, again, just another vintage letter dated 1916. That just, oops, tucks in there like that. And then here we've just got a little pocket with a, oops, fold out flip, so it's held together, or held closed perhaps I should say, with some sari silk, and that's just got a little fold out flip again with one of the pieces from the kit and a cluster, another butterfly, and then postage stamp from the kit there, and then a couple of journal cards in here like that, and then that just again closes and ties shut. Oops, oh my goodness. Hopefully, if you're not completely useless like I'm being, it will tie shut. And then here we've got, again, just a little tuck in the side, more of that gorgeous green lace. And this, again, is just another piece from the kit, which I printed, I think, 2 to a page. so it's smaller. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I just folded it over like a little booklet and then just tore off the edge, so from the front it's got some interest going on. So just looks really nice. And again, you could put extra pages in there. I didn't, because to be honest, by the time I came to like fill in the journal, it was pretty huge. So I thought, to be honest, it doesn't really need any extra. But of course you could, you know, if you wanted to. So that just tucks in like that. I'll just hold on to this green lace so that doesn't just follow it into the pocket, because yep, that's likely to happen otherwise. And then on this side of the page, we've got, so this is an envelope that goes over the page, if you see what I mean. So this is this side of the envelope. This is one of those Crafty Cat envelopes that we did recently in a mass making. What I've done, I've just glued it onto the page as a pocket. So you've got vintage ephemera there tucked into the base pocket. That just goes in, whoops, goes in there like that. And then here we've got another pocket. Again, a couple of journal cards, they just go in there like that. A flower here with the gem and another one of those banners. This is also a pocket at the top. Again, I didn't bother filling it because, like I say, by the time I was then filling the journal, it was getting kind of fuller and fuller. But you have got a pocket up there. And then I've got some string going around from the other side, and this string just wraps around here in a policy closure. And here we've got the other side of that envelope. So on here you've got some fly sheet, I think that was, and I just popped on this from the kit, just a little foldy flip like that. That just tucks in there. Then here we've got a pocket which I did as a belly band, just popped in a journal card like that. Okay, then this closes, and then here we've got a cluster and a piece from the kit there. So tucked into the cluster I've got a vintage letter. Oh, that's dated 1902, so really nice piece of ephemera there. So yep, that one just tucks in like that, and then this just obviously wraps around the policy closure again. So let's turn that around a bit. There we go, like that. And then here we've got more journaling pages, so a little piece there, and then one of my little ribbon banners there. Again, I do have the ribbon packs in my shop from time to time. Again, I'm not sure whether there are any in there, but if there are, these are the types of things that you get in those ribbon packs. Plain for journaling, then a little banner piece, plain for journaling, and then little stamp from the kit, a little banner, some lace, another little piece from the kit, and then here we've got another one of those little flippy pads, again with just some documents and various pieces, you know, just using up the paper really. Okay, and then on this page we've got a pocket which again I laid it sideways on. So I love how this page looks, it's so pretty. Let me just bring it up. So I just popped on one of my stitched little clusters down there, and again I have those packs in the shop from time to time. Again, you know, I can't guarantee whether these things are in there currently, but you know, keep your eyes out because I do often have those in there. Love those colours together, don't they look gorgeous? And it just picks up the sari silk so perfectly, doesn't it? I mean, what were the odds of that? It just, yeah, was like it was made to be, wasn't it? A cluster on there, and then here I've got a piece of vintage ephemera, oops, in the form of a letter dated 1916. That just then goes in there like that. And then here I've got, did I put anything in there? I thought I had, but I can't see anything. Oh yes, I have, look. It was like disguised because it was so much the same colours. So yeah, it's the same journal card but on reverse papers. So I just tucked that into the top there. So a little tiny pocket with a little tiny piece, which is kind of completely camouflaged, can't even tell it's there. And then here I've got, again, a couple of journal cards. This was one of the plain ones from the kit, which I just then, you know, glued on some little bits and pieces on the front. Looks very cute. This was just a piece from the kit. This was another piece that obviously tucks in on itself. So again, I mean, obviously it's the same as those other pieces. So in fact, probably no point in even showing that. But yeah, that's another one of those pieces of paper. So yeah, quite a few of those, which I just love doing that when you've got a really nice heavily patterned piece of paper, rather than hide it. You know, it's really nice to just kind of put them on display like that. So we've then got this page here. You've got a large pocket. You've got another one of my stitched embellishment pieces there. You've got that cluster. I think we did this in the launch video. This was the one I was wanting to hoard. Yes, what's wrong with me? But my goodness, doesn't it look so pretty? And then here we've got pieces tucked in. Again, a letter dated 1917, a journal card. They just tuck in like that. We've got sari silk down the side. And then here, again, took another piece, printed it 2 to a page. And yeah, obviously it's a tiny piece. These are on thicker card, by the way. All the journal cards and things, they're all on thicker card. And then here on this page, we've got a little like policy envelope, but it hasn't got the policy closure. I used Velcro instead. So we've got a little piece down here from the ephemera part. We've got some lace, some other lace. And then here we've got, you know, more of that gorgeous ribbon and a bow and a butterfly, sorry. And that just opens up, and tucked into there, we've got, if I can actually get it out. So we've got a vintage letter, again, dated 1916. Okay, and that just tucks into there like that. That just Velcros close. And then here we've just got a little flippy like that, and some sari silk. So that looks gorgeous. And then going over the page, we're finally at the back of the journal. I mean, it's huge, isn't it? So this one, we've got a new style pocket. Now I do have a tutorial coming for these, or it may have already gone up. It just depends on my, you know, schedule of uploads. So we've got this gorgeous pocket here anyway. If the video's not gone up for the tutorial, keep your eyes out because it will be coming shortly. So we've got a pocket here, we've got a pocket here, and then we've got a pocket here at the side. So journal card in the side, that goes in there. Again, might hold the lace down so I'm not just tucking that in on the pocket. There we go. Like that. And then this one, a little flippy pad. And that just tucks up there. Don't you just love how this looks? That's from my polka dot, the totally dotty papers. So the whole thing is all of the autumn journal, except for the butterflies and of course the vintage ephemera. And then this, I think, is the only piece of paper that doesn't belong to the autumn kit. And I just thought it went really nicely. So then we've got, again, a piece of vintage ephemera. It's just got just this little bit here. I think that is the date. I think it's 13th of July, 1904. That just then folds over and tucks into the top. Did I have that folded over? I can't remember, to be honest. No, it might have just tucked in like that. So really cute. And then on the inside of the back cover, so remember this is a soft cover journal, so you know it's a flexible cover, if you know what I mean. So we've got some fabric ruffle down the side, we've got some lace, we've got a flower down there, and then here we've just got one of those long flapped envelopes. Oh my goodness, doesn't this look so pretty? So yeah, we've got a little cluster. I put on a couple of flowers. These are from the flower trim packs, which again, I do have these listed in my shop currently. And then here, this just opens up. We've got the actual envelope. Again, dated, this one's dated 1886. It's just kind of a scrap. Yeah, I don't even know what this is, but anyway, gorgeous writing. That just goes into there. This closes, and of course then ties close. Now if you didn't like the tie for any reason, you could obviously just cut it off, you know, cut it right close to the piece and, you know, not have it. It would stay closed anyway, I'm pretty sure. You know, I don't think it would be kind of a problem if you didn't have a closure. I just thought that the, you know, the closures, they always kind of look pretty, but if you didn't like it, take it off. And then we've got a couple of journal cards again from the kit, and a little foldy out with some vintage ephemera there, and a piece from the kit. So that just tucks in. Took an hour from one of the pieces, and then just glued that on there with a flower, some lace, and yeah, so collaged up the back with decorative papers. So really, really, really stuffed full journal, I have to say. And like I say, it's turned out absolutely huge. So I do have somebody interested in this journal. I haven't heard back from her as yet while I'm filming this. So yeah, by the time that this goes up, you know, I will know obviously whether this is for sale or not. But yeah, I really hope that you like it. And yeah, really hope that, you know, you like the kit obviously that we used to make it. And yeah, really hope that whoever purchases it loves it. And yeah, let me know what you think below. You know, say in the chat, what do you think? Do you end up just always doing completely stuffed journals that just get bigger and bigger and bigger? I mean, it does stand up by itself and things, so that's quite nice. And like I say, being a ring bound journal, you can take it off the rings obviously if you want to, you know, while you're journaling in it. But yeah, so I really hope that you like everything that I've shown you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Love to read your chat in the comments section below, and thank you so much everyone. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks then. Bye.